The Little Bear, Who Was Afraid of the Dark, Chapter 1. The forest, where fear lived in a faraway forest, where trees were taller than towers and the grass softer than the warmest blanket, there stood a small, cozy house. It was made of light wood with a red tiled roof. Around it grew flowers, yellow, blue, and white. When the wind blew, they jingled like tiny bells. In this house lived Little Bear. Little Bear wasn't the biggest or the strongest bear, but he was the kindest. He helped anyone in need. He carried nuts to squirrels, helped bunnies build homes, and brought seeds to the birds. Everyone loved Little Bear, but no one knew his secret. When the sun began to set and the sky turned orange, Little Bear felt anxious. His paws grew cold and his heart beat faster. Soon it will be night, he thought, and night scared him more than anything in the world. At night, he would quickly go home, lock the door, light a lamp, and pull the curtains. Shadows on the walls looked huge and strange, and every rustle made him jump. "What if someone is hiding in the dark?" he whispered. He would crawl under his blanket and wait for morning, and so it went every night. One afternoon, while helping Squirrel gather nuts, Squirrel noticed he seemed sad. "Little Bear, you seem different today. What's wrong?" she asked. Little Bear hesitated. I just don't like the night." Squirrel was surprised. "Why not?" "Because in the dark everything seems scary," he whispered. Squirrel thought for a moment. "You know, night doesn't have to be scary. There are stars, the moon, and fireflies." But Little Bear only shook his head. "I'm still afraid." That evening, when the sun had set, Little Bear hid in his little house. He sat on his bed, holding the lamp close, and then he heard a sound outside. Ding, tink. He jumped and cautiously looked out the window. On the grass lay a tiny glowing light. Little Bear opened the door and stepped onto the porch. There she was, a small star. She shone with a soft silver light and quietly cried. "Please, help me," she said. Little Bear froze. Night, darkness. But the little star wasn't scary at all. She looked sad, and that made her seem gentle. "What happened?" Little Bear asked softly. "I fell from the sky," she said, "and I can't find my way home." Little Bear looked up at the dark sky full of stars. His heart beat fast, but he took a step forward. "I'll help you," he said, and so began the greatest adventure of his life.